Okay, everyone, we are now going to go over to the first run of day two, which is going to be Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear actually, MSX, 100% by hau5test. So don't forget, of course, we are doing this as a charity event, so if you want to donate, please do so by going to the link that has just been posted in the chat by the InstaSim bot. Um, all donations to Teal Survive will also go to EveryoneCan directly. There are also merchandise you can purchase as well from the Instant Store. There's Twitch revenue. Half of profits from those streams will also go to EveryoneCan at the end of the marathon. So give it up, everybody, for hau5test, who is going to start us off with Metal Gear Solid. So over to you, hau5test. Give me a countdown when you want me to start, and then we'll get the timer started and all that stuff.
I will gladly. Hello and good morning, everyone, to day 2 of InstaSpeedathon. My name is hau5test, as you already heard, and with me today, once again, I have also EveryoneCan. How's it going?
Hello, it's going fine. Y'all know us from yesterday from MGS2 Gaming.
Yeah, and today we're gonna bring you Metal Gear, the original from 1987, in 100%. For once, not any percent. It's only slightly faster, as you'll see, and I think we're ready to go. So let's start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go. So, I would not say any percent and 100% have slight differences. The difference in time is 10 minutes. And it has a lot of different routing for some parts as well.
Yeah.
So everyone knows any percent. We just finish the game as fast as possible.
Yeah.
For 100%, we need to collect all the 24 POWs. We need to get every 24 items, all the 8 weapons. We need to defeat all 10 bosses and get all the 4 codec calls.
Yes.
Yeah, so we actually did just got a 100% item, which was the binoculars.
Yes.
Yes, we got the binoculars, which is basically 100%.
Only.
Which is a 100% thing, yeah.
Nobody gets the binoculars normally.
Yes. Part 1 is necessary to enter that room where the gas mask is stored. And we got 3 rations. There is a strat with 2... there is a route with 2, you mean, but it's kind of risky?
No, 4. 3 is already a risky one, but in my practice it turned out every time fine. There is backups where I can get even more rations. Rations are basically healing items in this game. And so I'm gonna take the risk now. I'm gonna run with 3, and if it goes wrong and I need an extra one, I can still get it later with a little bit of a time loss. Here we go, time to leave the first floor. I got all items here. I got a gun, I got a gas mask, the cards, the rations, and the binoculars.
Okay, so all in all, we just can jam to this alert sound now.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna get a few ammo boxes here. I'm gonna need at least 3. 2 is also doable, but I'm always going for safety here with 3 boxes. And now we're gonna start the journey around 2F here, which is a very long floor actually. And also, here's the first use of the gas mask.
Yeah, so we see like those clouds there, that's actually gas, so the gas mask is very convenient for us. We will also make sure to kill 4 guards to make the floor wide alert disappear.
Let's see, hopefully he plays along.
So those were 2 and 3. The first one we actually got when we entered, or like when we left the gas room there.
Yep.
So we need to get only 1 guard, which is this guy. And now we don't have an alert. These guys will see us, but that's fine. That's only a room-wide alert.
Yeah, there's 2 different kinds of alerts. One is for the entire floor and only goes away when we leave it during the elevators. And there's these that are just for the entire screen. And sometimes we definitely want to have just the screen because there's not extra guards coming, only the one that saw us. Cameras, if they see us, they definitely give us a floor-wide alert again, so that's why we want to avoid the cameras. Or already be in an alert, because then that overrides the cameras as well.
Yes. So about those POWs, there are 24 of them, and for 100% we need to get all 24 of them. Depending on how many we will collect, we see like this little star below our health bar, that's our rank. So if we're on rank 1, we basically don't have our health doesn't fill up our entire health bar. If we get on rank 2, our health, we have like a bit more health. The same goes for rank 3, and rank 4 means we will be able to have our entire health bar full with health. So that's what we basically need the POWs for any percent and all. But just generally, the POWs also give you some in-game tips, something like how you beat some bosses the best way, maybe, or
some
or
quota
something
frequencies.
Codec frequency, something like that. But then there are some that just say something like, "I'm saved."
Basic dialogue. And let's floor then. Let's go.
That's just NPC dialogue, what they do sometimes.
Okay, there's also special VIP targets, POWs, 3 of them in total. One of them is Grey Fox, the ninja from Metal Gear Solid, as we'll learn later. There's Dr. Matner, the scientist who made the Metal Gear of this game, and also his daughter, Ellen. We're gonna save all of them in a particular order, especially. We're gonna go another weapon here, which is the SMG. That's basically our main weapon against many of these bosses that we're gonna fight. All contrary to any percent, in 100% we have to fight all the bosses, and you will see, even if we have to fight them, they're barely any timers.
Yeah. It's ridiculous how fast they die, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna get intentionally captured here, because this will put us into the cell right next to Grey Fox.
Yes. So that is Grey Fox. He looks
and he's gone.
a bit different.
Yeah, as soon as we leave the room, he will despawn.
Okay, and that's the first boss, the Shotmaker, but we won't fight him yet. We first will retrieve our items and we'll get rid of this, what's that, like a GPS
transmitter.
thing?
Yeah, it's a transmitter.
Yeah, transmitter. Because if we don't get rid of that, the enemies will know where we are.
Yeah, and they will always put us back in the cell, basically. We cannot continue without getting rid of this item.
Yes. So there we just get some ammo boxes.
There you go, and time to fight the boss.
Time to fight the boss. You shoot him, and that's the boss.
And he's dead. That's how easy it goes. Gonna wait here. Now we're gonna go through the maze, which is probably the most abhorrent part if you're playing this game casually, because to know where to place the C4, you need to punch the ball like this, and it's going, huh? And then you know, okay, this is a part that we can explode. If you punch the ball and then he doesn't do any question mark items, then we don't know. We're just gonna move on. And so basically you have to map out the entire set of wards here and trying to find the gap just to get 2 items that we're gonna need later. And if you don't know that we need 2 of them, you also come back multiple times, actually.
Yeah, that room, or like that maze, is actually, that's the same thing we do in any percent, because there are 2 items on this room, and we need both of them for like both 100 and any percent.
Yeah, we can't continue without these.
So House just got the bomb suit, which we need for the rooftop later, and what he will now get is the enemy uniform, which we will need to blend in with the enemies. That's the same what we did in MGS2 yesterday.
Correct. That's also what we're gonna do in MGS3. So it's coming back multiple times here. There we go, that's the enemy uniform, and now we can actually go and move on. The cool thing about these dogs is they're actually kind of friendly to us, because if you know where to go and how to handle them, they will never actually attack you. They only bite you and take off 1 HP point, which is not too bad. But you can completely ignore them at all. Doesn't matter too much. Oops, one. And now we're gonna be a little bit careful, because on this floor I actually don't want an alert. You can continue in this room without an alert, but I just find it to be way easier and also safer to keep your health, to just not get an alert here. At least not the full white one.
So that's where the cardboard box had its debut already.
You can just wait in front of a camera, and then once the camera's gone over your head, you can just remove it again. Yes.
That is, by the way, also a route we would like never go for any percent. We will get the infrared goggles and a few POWs as well. There's one POW, but
there you go.
In that room there are the infrared goggles. I'm not even sure for what do you need those actually?
To see the laser traps. So there's 2 rooms where there are like laser traps, and you don't know where they are. exactly on this floor as well. And then if you have the goggles, you can actually see them.
Oh, yeah, I remember which ones you mean.
You can also use your cigarettes, but of course infrared goggles make it way easier for us.
Mm-hmm. And now we just go back to the start of this room, basically, kind of. So where
I
the
want to
elevators,
not get
basically.
shot here, that's why I kill them proactively. And if I'm fast enough, there you go, the guy doesn't even fall asleep. Alright, here's the lasers. I'm going to trip actually through them intentionally. We're going to have taken some damage here, but I have like over 20 points of health, so that's more than enough. If we get shot, 4 points get deducted. If we touch an enemy, only 1. So hopefully, for the most part, we'll just get touched.
Yes, that's POW number 9, and that's our next boss, which is Machine Gun Kid. And that
he's
was
gone.
Machine Gun Kid.
Yeah, as you see with Shotmaker and Machine Gun Kid, these bosses are types that we usually skip by just walking through them and tank the damage. But even if you have to fight them, they're just really short-lived enemies.
So yeah, if anyone wonders, is that the same way we fight them in any percent because we don't have the SMG? In any percent, we just don't fight them.
Yeah.
You can just enter the room and leave the room, and that's how you can't just walk past bosses.
Ooh. Yeah, now it's time to use the bomb blast suit, which is also very heavy. And that aspect is actually very helpful to us because we're gonna get blown away at the rooftop if we're not heavy. But because we have this suit on us now, we're actually good to go.
Hmm.
Here we go.
So this is normally where we would be pushed back without the
Bomb blast suit. In this instance, we're good to go. We're gonna get a weapon that we normally never need. This is the RC missile. And there's 2 locations where you can get it. We could have gotten it earlier, but it would have been very far out of our way. And so I timed it in. This second location is actually way faster to get it here. Oops. There you go. Now we're going to walk all the way to the left corner and get another POW saved. And then we can finally leave building 1 behind quickly. Here we go, just walking all around. And with Metal Gear, you have to remember every door has its own assigned level, and only the card with the right level will open the door. So most of the speedrun is just memorizing what card you need to equip next. And this is also where most of your time saves will come from early on, just memorizing everything correctly.
Yes,
It's relatively
menuing-
easy, but you know, it takes some time. Yes.
Menuing is a very big part in this game.
I'm just going down here. And there we go. There's one last item that we need to our left here, which is the mine detector, an item we also never really use. But we still gotta get it here for 100%. I'm
Yes,
hoping that I
for
don't
our
get damaged
luck,
too much.
Oh, here's hoping.
Oh, I got shot once. It's not ideal. I have to use a ration a little bit earlier, but it will be fine.
Yeah, we don't need the mine detector also because we just know where all the mines are, basically. And that is our next... We actually need to fight that boss, which is behind the... You just stand in between those boxes on that black line there, and you fire a few grenades, and
That's it.
that is the boss.
Yeah, super easy to do. But it takes some time. This is one of the more serious bosses that we actually have to fight.
Yes.
ID. Yes, indeed. Here's the part now where I'm actually going to put on the ration just to be safe, because as we enter this room, there's a few mines here, and if I touch one of them, I take 8 points of damage. I have the auto splitter open that actually tells me how much health I have, and I have exactly 8. So normally I wouldn't need to do this, but in this instance, sadly, I already had to use the ration. We need to use it anyway in just a few moments, but ideally we time it so we can use it a little bit later. This is fine. And we're gonna get one more weapon that we actually have not gotten yet here on the first floor, and that is because when we came here first time, actually we were rank 1. And the ranks also not only determine how much health you have, they also determine how much ammo you can hold. And so now that we're here with rank 3, I can actually get 3 of these mines instead of just 1. And we need 12 of these mines later to fight the next boss that's coming up soon.
Yeah, so the upcoming boss is like... It's funny how you beat him in any percent.
By just walking through him.
By literally walking through him, by abusing your own iframes.
Yep.
But that's not what the showcase is about right now. It's about how to beat him, like actually beat him.
Unfortunately, it doesn't fly that we can just walk through them. We have to fight them. And something that's really useful for us, we just acquired here, that's the body armor. An item that sometimes we also use for the big boss category, which, yes, ranks exist. Because, as we have not established it, this is basically the PS2 port of the MSX version that was played back in 1987. So this is a little bit more modern and a little bit made easier version of the game, I have to say. Got a few advantages here in the PS2 version, as we get to see.
There's also the difficulty easy, which we play on, and then there's the difficulty called original, which is like the original difficulty of the MSX version back then.
Yeah, very tricky. Basically everything hits twice as hard compared to easy. Alright, wish me luck for the tank fights.
I wish you luck for the tank fight. So we see House already. As he gets shot, he just walks into the tank and places the mines there. So what you do for any percent, you get shot, you can walk through him and just skip it.
Yep.
So
Now
you
gotta take a few calls.
basically do half of it in 100%, and those are a few of those codec calls we need. One of those.
Oh, close.
Few of those 4.
No! Oh, I did call him again. Oops.
Oh.
That's not what we want to do normally. But it's fine.
Yes, that's by the way the part where we needed to wear the enemy uniform on. Our look didn't really change, but it worked out for the enemy.
Yeah, it fooled them enough.
Yes, that's the bulldozer.
Oop, I didn't want to open the door.
Oh.
Blimey. And there we go. We're good to go now.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna go on the roof once again. And we also have no other choice because the elevators in building 2 that we reach now, they only go in one direction. The left one, the red one only goes up, and the blue one on the right only goes down. So we're gonna play specifically here through these levels and then take the elevator in the direction that we need to. And if we do a mistake and go too far an accident, well, too bad. We're gonna fight for the entire room.
Yeah, on this one we just got the 13th POW. Now we wanna get into that room there to get the level 4 card.
5.
Oh, level 5 actually.
Yeah. Just gonna go over here. I'm not gonna use the body armor anymore. It's not necessary. You can make it without the body armor through here, but it's just nice to have a little bit of a safety net here. And there we go. This is the blue elevator, and I said this one only goes down. And we're gonna actually take it all the way to the bottom this time. We also have 3 stars right now. As Val correctly said, we're on POW number 13, and every 5 of these POWs, this is number 14, we get an upgrade. So meaning the next POW that we're gonna save, we're gonna go to rank 4 and get also the ability to finally max out our health at 48 points.
Rank 4, is that the highest rank you can get?
Yes. There's also a literally military rank assigned with these 4 stars, but I can't remember that for the life of me.
Is that guy we don't want to save actually, because if you would save him, there would just be you fell into my trap, and then the ground would disappear and you would fall, and that wouldn't be very nice.
Yeah, this is a fake Dr. Matner they put in here. And here's Fire Trooper, and once again, just stand in front of him and blast him with the SMG. We're good to go.
Yes.
Alright, time to do a bit more collecting once again. I'm gonna punch 3 times here to not go into these lasers. In this room, for one, the lasers actually change every now and then. And so we just punch 3 times to time them out, so the lasers actually move out of our way. They actually give us a floor-wide alert, unlike these guards, which only give us a screen-wide alert. And so, because we don't want to be under fire the whole time, that's basically why we want to only have screen-wide alerts and avoid these lasers. Oops, there we go.
So now we're going to get the antenna.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten a single radio call in a while, if you didn't notice. It's surprisingly quiet without the antenna. And now we get calls again as well.
Yes. That's not a mandatory code. We have to pick up those, so we're fine with that.
Yep, and here we go. I'm gonna go on level 6, and now I'm gonna get also the flashlight. And that's an item we definitely need, because we're gonna go into the underground between building 2 and 1. Because the next thing that we need to do is save another VIP target. That target is Ellen, Dr. Matner's daughter. And the rules of 100% say we have to save Dr. Matner properly So the routing would allow him to be saved a little bit earlier if he wanted to, but it only counts if we first save his daughter and then Dr. Madner, because only then also Dr. Madner will properly explain to us how to beat the Metal Gear of this game, the TX55. And there we go. So now we're gonna start here in the underground of Building 2. We're gonna keep walking through the maze and then take also the underground path all the way to Building 1 once again.
So yes, if you don't have the flashlight, it's just dark. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally just black. You can't see things. I wonder, do you think you could just memorize it and like do it without the
problem is,
flashlight?
it would be possible if you would have footsteps playing. In Metal Gear 2, the sequel, there are certain floors that give you footstep sounds, and you can count them out then. The problem with this game is that there is literally no footsteps. And so either you have to go with a music cue, or just try your luck. And sometimes the turns are super tight, and you only have one chance to go through them, because some of these pits, they literally cut away the path, and you have to leave the floor and come back again if you mess up. So doing this blind, basically, probably possible. I'm not going to be the one to do it, though.
Yeah, that was the underground, just by the way. You saw it like 2 times at the start and at the end. That was just black without the flashlight. And
Yes.
all of these pits, and oh boy, I can tell, I and everyone else who runs this game can tell everyone has lost runs to these pits.
Yeah. They're
They
very
are
mean.
really unforgiving.
Yes. So I'm going to go back once again now, the same way path we came in. Oops. As you can see, it's completely black, and we're just going to walk back up again. Over here, and that's it. There you go. There's definitely way more pits in here, and there's actually a category extension called All Pits, where we have to drop into, I think, 21 of these pits. Most of them are in this one floor, and it's super funny. Super stupid as well, but I mean, it's a category extension. Not gonna take this too serious, but
I can definitely recommend it.
if you're looking for a fun challenge, there's also all trucks. There's trucks that literally teleport you around, and so they can be also annoying to do. So we have lots of fun in Metal Gear MSX here.
Yeah. And that's only MSX, so if you want to learn any of the other Metal Gear games, make sure to join the MGSR Discord server.
Oh yeah. That's where you can learn about this game and any other in the series. We have like all of them literally that we teach. Alright, and here we go. Now we're gonna go to the next floor. We're done with the basement. Now I'm gonna quickly heal myself up here and go to the level 1 card. Level 5 card. Actually, I need to be in level 6 here. I always mess up sometimes the menus because I'm playing any percent and 100% usually back to back. I did Metal Gear any percent on Tuesday for another event, and now I'm doing 100% for this one. So sometimes it's a little bit confusing what actually is my next menu.
So now we just got the antidote, which we won't use.
We're actually going to use it. For this instance, especially in 100%, thankfully, if the menus work out right, which they will, because my rations are all used up now. Later, we're going to have the antidote and the rations right next to each other. So we're going to quickly heal ourselves after we've gotten poisoned. And then I'm also going to fill my health again. So 100% is the only category where we're actually going to get the antidote and also get to use it, which is something that I really like about Hundo. It's just half an hour long, roughly. And you get to do so many things you normally would never do. And it's kind of part of the charm.
So I got level 1.
So we also just saved Dr. Madnar. And he gave us the combination of how to beat the Metal Gear of this game, but it was kind of fast. Were you able to read that?
Oh yeah, I memorized it fully. Just from seeing it once.
What was it again?
Oh, it's very simple. It's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Don't you know?
Ah, okay. Yeah, now I know.
Now you know. Yeah, put this
I know,
down. This will be important for the test later.
Yeah, it's for the test. Like, I knew there was something, but now I have it, so it's good.
Oops, that's
Yeah,
not what I wanted. There you go.
that's also a mandatory weapon we just got, or like mandatory for any person and all,
Yes.
which is the rocket launcher. But we don't have any rockets for that. Don't forget that, POW. I needed to
Yes,
remind
very
you.
important to not forget this one. This is so easy to forget in. We're currently at 20 out of 24 POWs, so that's absolutely where we need to be now. And yeah, we don't have any ammo, so how do we get ammo? Well, normally, if you're going for big
Boss, and you're not allowed to die, we would go
back to the basement and get it there, but we're going to do a little trick here. So what they did in the PS2 version, there's plenty of checkpoints when we enter an elevator. And every time when we enter an elevator, as I said, checkpoint is made. And we're going to specifically die immediately leaving this checkpoint here. And if we do this 5 times, the game's like, okay, I think you're struggling. Let me give you some help. And the health looks like they're going to give us 24 rations and also fill our ammo all the way to the max. So now, instead of needing to go down the basement and get 4 rockets, no, actually 2 rockets per pack, I just got 60 in the span of 30 seconds.
Actually, 30 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, 27 seconds is this segment.
Yeah. So we need to kill those... What are they called, actually?
You could call them Arnolds, you could call them whatever. They're basically also a form of mechanized people. So like a Metal Gear type, basically. I think in the NES version they're also called Bloody Brats, so they have like multiple names, actually.
Oh, I see. But yeah, we killed those 2, and they actually dropped us the level 6 card?
7.
7.
Yes, we got the level 6 card after the fake Dr. Manor.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. This time I'm going to shoot the wall and actually get a floor-wide alert, because we don't want to have this guy fall asleep. We haven't seen him fall asleep, thankfully, but sometimes if we are unlucky with the RNG, he falls asleep after a few steps that we take, and then there's a text box on screen that will delay us, and so we got a little bit lucky here.
We did saw him fall asleep when you went to do the death thing.
Wow, I completely ignored that, I guess. Yeah, it's super fast, but it still costs us like a second or so, and taking this alert here will prevent him from falling asleep.
I don't know if it's actually Johnny, but we call him Johnny.
We call him Johnny, because he's annoying.
Poor Johnny!
Yeah, we bully him.
Okay, this is Scuba Skip.
Yep.
We're drowning right now. That's not good. Oh, we just made it. That is the reason we need rank 4. We need full HP to just go through this... Well, it's not a river, but through this river.
Yep. Remember to save these 3 POWs. I had an event once where I forgot them and had to track back like 5 minutes. It was super embarrassing. Super easy to forget these, because normally on any percent we enter, we kill Dirty Duck in 2 shots and then get the card and leave. But as we said, for 100, we gotta save all the POWs, even these.
The walk of shame.
Yeah, that was a walk of shame. Yeah, we're currently at 23 POW saved, only 1 more, and we got 24 items. We already have all 8 weapons. We got 2 more bosses to beat. And then we already also have all 4 codex caught already. So we're getting close to the end, only like 3 more minutes roughly. And for that, we gotta walk now through the desert. And these are not crabs, these are actually scorpions that poison us.
I love deserts.
Yeah. So we're gonna get poisoned here, but remember we have the antidote. And as I explained also, thankfully the menus work out in such a nice way that we can just heal ourselves from the poison, and it's not really much of a time loss. So I'm gonna go here, explode the wall. Here's a few pits, be wary, they will open quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. This is where usually some runs die in the beginning when runners start running this game. Oops, there we go. So as you've seen, I quickly went from level 7 card to the ration to get my health full again. Then I used the antidote 1 slot further to get rid of the poison. And now I'm on level 8 card, getting ready to do the next few steps. Gotta go all the way down here, and now it's time to finish collecting all the POWs, because the next one is already here to our right, on the level 8 door, and he's actually gonna be like, "Thank you for helping me." Right? The Outer Heaven boss is Foxhound's commanding officer, Big Boss. He's behind all of this. Don't let him trick you. I'm like, wait, excuse me, that's my leading commander. Why is my leading commander behind Outer Heaven here? Well, yeah, this dialogue will now also be like, Big Boss will call us and it's like, hey, please, turn off your mission. Turn off the console. Just like they will do later in Metal Gear Solid 2. And, yeah, as we find out now, right at the end, actually Big Boss is the big bad of this game.
I can't believe Bok Abyss betrayed us like this.
Unbelievable, I know. Oops, I gotta go to level 1 card. I don't even know if I need to heal myself before this. In any percent, we absolutely have to. I think for 100, we might be able to get it to this point here just without it. In any case, it's time to meet the Metal Gear of this game, the TX55. Remember the test?
Yes.
Now it's important. So right, left. Then we go right and left. We're gonna do this again with right and left. And now we're gonna do the first one again, right, and then left. Then we're gonna do right, left, and 2 last rights. Right and right, there you go. And that's the big Metal Gear fight.
So yes.
And here's
now
Big
we
Boss, as
fight-
promised.
Now we fight Big Boss. We just stand in this position. We shoot 4 rockets. We move up already. Leave this door. We have a timer, and it's the ladder of choice. Okay, House chooses the left one. We're hoping it's the right one.
Get ready for time.
Oh, okay. We still don't know if it's the right one.
And yeah, the left one is
Is
the
it
one that we take
wrong?
to get away. And time's coming up in... now, time. Alright, and that's Metal Gear MSX, 100%. We saved 24 POWs, we got 24 items, we collected 8 weapons, got 10 boss speed, and also caught all 4 codecs. That's done in 29:18 officially on my timer. 29:19 for the event. Perfect. I got the world record actually in practice 2 days ago, which is an 28:52. I already had it with a 29:04, and so 29:18, quite good, considering you also listen to this one dialogue, which cost us a few seconds. So I'm very happy. We didn't die at all. It was a very clean run, and yeah. That has been Metal Gear MSX. Thank you so much for watching. My name is hau5test. Thank you once again to EveryoneCan, of course, as well, for joining me for 2 commentators. And
Thank you very much for
we can it
taking
over.
part as well. Thank you very much for taking part as well. And don't forget, everyone, of course, we are doing this as a charity event for Everyone Can. If you would like to donate exclamation mark donate in the chat, you'll get the link to the Tiltify link. All the proceeds through Tiltify go directly to Everyone Can as well. There is also an incentive for the next run. I have modified the end time of that one because it happens at the end of the run. So there is a bit more time now to donate to that if you want to see it. It is £45 away from being met, so be sure to meet that if you'd like to see the Itemless World Showcase or whatever it was called. It's something along those lines, but you'll know what the incentive is on the thing. I put the full name on it on the Tiltify page, so you know what to donate to. It doesn't cost anything extra to put incentives towards your donation as well. Just that whatever you donate will be added then to that incentive total, but all the proceeds of course go to Everyone Can. You can also buy merchandise as well, or if you subscribe to the InstaSpeedathon Twitch channel, or if you donate bits, or if you just watch some adverts, then half of that profit from Twitch revenue or merch sales will also go to Everyone Can as well. So we're now going to go over to our next run. That is going to be the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury run. That's going to be by Smitty, and Smitty is in the chat as well. So we're going to go over to that in just a moment. hau5test and EveryoneCan, do you guys have any final remarks you'd like to make before we finish?
Nothing at all. Thank you so much for having me twice this time, and I hopefully we'll be back another day at another event with more Metal Gear. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for having me as a commentator for all this. I don't have much to say. Just thanks for having me.
No worries at all, and thank you for the 9 bits as well, by the way. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. So we're going to go over now to the interval, and then we will start with Smitty's run in just a few minutes. So kick back, get yourself some popcorn. This is going to be a good run to watch, so be sure to tune into that one as soon as it starts. But that'll be starting, I think, in about 10 minutes time. So we're going to go for a quick break, and then we will be back in about 10 minutes.
All right. Bye-bye.